Hi, I'm Ani Anderson.
And I'm Brian Traskos.
We're the co-creators of Practical Alchemist, where we help you get the life and business that you really want without compromising your integrity. This is the life and business that you really want, not the life and business that we have, or your neighbor has, or your mother has, or your mentor has, but the life and business that you really, really want.
Now, we love talking about natural law, and we actually love helping our students and our clients use natural law in order to help them propel their life and business to whatever level they really want. Now, there isn't one of the natural laws is called the law of relativity. And this is probably one of the laws that operates most consistently in our minds. In other words, we make everything relative to something else. We're always comparing ourselves to others constantly. It's happening constantly. And if you don't think it's happening constantly, you're lying to yourself because it is happening constantly, all of the time.
A lot of these thoughts are happening below our level of consciousness, and so we don't even realize that we're constantly saying, oh, this person's better than me. I'm better than them. You're better than her. She makes more money. She has more time freedom, on and on.
And you might not recognize it again happening, in your mind, but it is happening in your emotions. So if you're checking out something on Facebook and someone has a life that you think is better than yours and it just throws you in the dumper, then that's a perfect example of that. You'd have just succumbed to the law of relativity. You can also be looking at Facebook and seeing someone had a terrible tragedy and you think, oh my God, my life is so much better, I'm so thankful. That is still the law of relativity that has caused you to move into that place because you're comparing yourself in relationship to something else. Again, that's happening constantly. Now, one of the things that can happen to us, however, is that we see everyone else's sizzle reel and we compare it to our awful reel, to our bloopers reel in life. And so we're seeing everyone else's all the great stuff that's happening, and they have the fancy cars, and they have the big business, and they have the big house, and all that kind of stuff. And the more we actually chase someone else's life dream, the farther away we get from our own, and just completely messes us up.
Absolutely.
So, I don't drive a big fancy car. I don't want a big fancy car. I want a really efficient four-wheel drive station wagon that I can take my kids skiing in. That's what I really want. I don't want a big fancy mansion. I want a log cabin in the woods on a beautiful lake, which is exactly what I have. Right? So that's the thing. You have to know what you really, really want because that's what your soul's agenda, your purpose for being here, all in alignment. That's what is all there for you. And that's included inside of that package.
It's really important to know that you're not going to stop this comparison. It's not about stopping the comparison. It's about using, because it's a natural law that we're going to compare. Use the natural law in a way that works for you. And that doesn't mean that you're putting other people down. It means that you're helping yourself to get the thing that you really want to have in your own life.
So compare yourself to yourself, in other words. Always compare the life that you have right now to the life that you really want in your heart, not what someone else has. When you can use the law of relativity that way, boy, things just get into alignment and then you become so grateful because actually you do have exactly what you want in your life. And believe it or not, you're so close to it. It's right in front of you. You're literally 3 feet from gold at all times in your life.
Here's a really practical tip. If you find yourself falling into this pattern of comparison and it's really taking you off track with your mission and your purpose, then you need to, even if it's just for a short amount of time, cut yourself off from the activities that are triggering you so much into this comparison that is allowing you to get off your track. So it may mean for a limited amount of time, unsubscribing to certain people's newsletters, not looking at Facebook, or even unfriending people. And they're still your friends. You can friend them again later so that you don't have to see them constantly ending up in your news feed and getting yourself triggered. There are going to be times when you need to do that in order to keep your eyes on your own paper so that you can really get what you want and then again open your arms up to welcoming those things back into your life when you're ready and you're solid.
So if this has been helpful to you and we can be of any further service, come check us out at www.practicalalchemist.com.